What's going on, guys? Moran here and Lenny. We are at Alhambra Palace and today is gonna be a mastermind. As you can see, we got some oh shit, some sick cars in the building. I don't have sick cars like that. I do have a pretty sick story, so that's what I'm gonna share here today on the stage in front of I think it's about 100 people, so it's gonna be awesome. There's gonna be a 3-day event and this place looks incredible. So there's gonna be a party here tonight as well. It's just gonna be a good day, so let's get it started. So this is the venue. Look how many chairs. There's gonna be loads of people. It's super nice. And then outdoors, the fountains, the water, the views, and there's so many people here now. Loads of guys. There are some women as well, but the ratio. This is not an ideal nightclub ratio, but hey, we're here trying to do something else. We're here trying to grow in business. So here's the man himself.
Yo, yo, yo.
That's good, man.
Just eating as always.
I see. Look at all the food back here.
Yeah, yeah.
What is this that you're rating?
This is good.
Hi.
Give us a rating.
Oh, it's really good.
So there's catering here, but I'm currently cutting, guys, and I need to make sure I eat the proper things. How's it going? Thank you so much.
It's okay.
Appreciate it. So order some food here. There's a lot of speakers before me. It's such a beautiful place here. Amazing. So we got the room setup going here.
Hi.
So I just got some noodles with chicken, veggies, and then some extra chicken skewers, right? Not with satay sauce, so these are really lean, and then some fruit next to it as well. So we're just gonna eat this and, you know, chill out a bit here in bed. Oh my god, look at what she's having. I don't know how she does it, but like I have to make all these great choices, like extra protein, this and that. She just stays in shape and eats stuff like this. You don't have the appetite that I do.
No, it's true.
That's the biggest difference between the two of us, and that's the biggest difference between a lot of people that stay in shape easily and not easily. Is
yeah, and
the hunger.
I can have days where I barely eat or forget to eat.
You just kind of forget it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to kind of force myself a little bit to eat now, because in a way I'm always nervous before talks, and this talk is like super late on the day, so then you're kind of like just like nervous the whole day.
You're just
sort of
waiting and waiting
until it's over.
I think you're preparing in your head like possible questions and
yeah, in this case I don't have a presentation, it's a Q&A, so but maybe it's even more confusing because then it's like you don't really prepare anyways, but there's still things going on in your mind.
Yeah.
Whereas when you do a presentation you can prepare everything, but I love doing this actually like on the spot, just really natural. I think it's going to be really cool, so let's eat, and then we're up in a little bit. So I just put on a different shirt because it's been a long day, so been sweating. This is the fit, man. How do you guys like it? I think it's dope. And show off the gains a little bit as well, you know? Putting on some Aquaphor. This is the best thing for dry lips, this specific brand, not sponsored. And then popping some Smins during the day, like chewing gums, because you talk to a lot of people. Hair is still looking fresh, I don't need to redo that, and we're ready. Let's get it started.
My story's a little bit different than maybe what a lot of people are trying to accomplish. And we've grown our online coaching business to where we've had like physical office, employees. So we've actually grown that really big, some of a 7-figure business in the Netherlands. But I was super unhappy like going to the office every day. So I did that, and then I usually realized like I don't want to be CEO of like a really big business.
So I keep things very lean. I keep my outputs very lean. So that's something that me and Ryan are very similar on that. We're kind of solopreneurs, and we just kind of chill out. You go to the house here in Marbella.
So, how was your talk?
That was awesome. You could tell maybe that I'm a bit tired, like it's been a long day, and we probably should not have had those drinks last night, but hey, it is fun, and like last night already connected with some of the people here in the audience, so that makes it, I guess, extra fun as well. So because it's like a later talk on the day, a lot of people are a bit tired, so I feel like we did fired them up, we brought the good energy, and that's kind of the most important part if you're speaking, and then kind of like if there's been a couple speakers before you that you bump the people up a little bit. And so, yeah, great energy, loads of people, like 100 people. And I think this is the first time where, like, I was nervous like the hours before, I told you guys, which always happens like on the day itself once you wake up. But then once kind of like, normally I get really nervous when I walk up on the stage, but like today, maybe because the vibe is different, I don't know. Maybe
You are really relaxed.
maybe because now we're living the Spanish lifestyle, you just get more relaxed. So I just walked up there relaxed and I didn't stress at all, which hasn't happened to me before. And it may not happen the next time because, you know, that's the thing with public speaking always, the nerves will be there and they're also good, so don't worry about them. Very often you think, now today it wasn't a prepared talk, but very often when you do prepare a talk, then you get super nervous like the hour before and then 30 minutes before and then 15 minutes before and you're like, shit, I don't remember what to say. But once you're up on the stage, the adrenaline kicks in, the good one, and then you're actually the sharpest you will ever be, and then everything will come to you if you're well prepared. Now today, as I said, it's not a preparation, but I thought I'd give you guys this tip if you ever have a presentation. What do we have here?
So whilst we are here at this beautiful palace, I figured I might as well grab the opportunity, take some photos of my artworks, because since we are in Spain a lot of the time now, I want to set up my artwork sales online and not just physique. So I'm creating a web shop and I want to show how the prints would look in the environment. And this is obviously such a beautiful environment. Here we go.
That is awesome. Look at these guys. Sometimes seeing this again makes me realize how proud I am of you. It's really like, look at the stuff she makes. I know that I do pretty cool stuff, but this is something else, you know? And you have a lot more work than just this, but
Yeah.
it always just makes me, it's like, wow, how do you come up with the ideas, you know? Yeah, one day it's also gonna be available, so by then I'll link it, but we have no idea how long that is gonna take. That's the problem with artistic people, you know? I kind of see myself as some like an artistic, more like, I'm a creative, right? I'm a creative, but I'm also business minded. But you're an actual artist, and yeah, the reality is a lot of artists, they don't eat bread because, you know,
Or only bread.
or only bread, yeah. But it's hard to be artistic and then also monetize it. But you got to do it at the end of the day, and you got to put your work out there. But it's also just scary, right? Putting your work out there. I think that's one of your biggest struggles.
Yeah, it's scary because you're afraid of what other people might think, or there are so many artists out there that are really good at their job. Who do I think I am?
Yeah,
But
who do I think I am?
yeah, I still have that thought daily. But
I still do. I've been doing this for 10 years, you know. So there's always someone else doing something better, but they're not doing it the same as you are. And I think that's kind of what makes you unique. That's what you got to think about.
yeah,
Like, no one has created this specific photo before.
exactly.
With this model, with, you know, the whole team and the way you
Yeah.
shoot the photo. So that's how you got to look at it. And same thing, if you want to start YouTube or your own business, you can look at other people for inspiration and maybe do sort of the same thing, but you put your own sauce over it and then it becomes different. Cheers. To a good evening. I actually don't know what's in here, but I guess it's champagne given the location we're in. I mean, it must be. It must be.
Champagne location.
It really is. Yeah, that tastes like champagne. How did you think the talk went?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, I loved it. But I'm just very proud when you do things like this. I'm really biased.
You're always biased,
I'm
yeah.
biased to judge the presentation, so.
That is true. But yeah, sometimes it's better or less good. This time I thought it was pretty short because it was a bit later on the day. I wanted to do Q&A, answer people's questions as well. So there wasn't really time for that anymore. But then after, you know, the talk, a lot of people actually came up to me and they really liked it. Got messages as well. So then that just really makes me happy. Because I am a person who doubts himself too much. Rob told me this yesterday evening when he was drunk. But when people are drunk, they often tell the truth.
It is true.
So we were in the Uber bag and he was like, Ryan, you gotta believe in yourself more because you actually, like, you know.
So many of the
Yeah, I
guys
don't know.
that came up to you and they said, amazing speech, presentation, was really valuable.
I just always feel like with everything I do, I can do it better, you know, and it's a good trait, always improving myself.
You gotta celebrate the wins and the things
yeah.
that went well. And
Yeah, and I think I do that in a sense. I just need to be a bit, the word arrogant is also not good. So I'm like, Dutch people don't like people flaunting their stuff and like talking too highly about themselves, and I guess that's kind of this personality trait.
very modest.
That's modest, I guess, yeah.
Anyways,
Let's have these drinks, let's have a good night and celebrate the win today, because we did win. So that was an awesome day and evening, and it feels good that we're just sleeping at home, which really wasn't far, like a 10-minute drive. So that's awesome, and I had a couple drinks last night, tonight. I'm not gonna lie.
this day was so long.
This day was so long. I don't know what day it is anymore. Now, my name is not student aesthetics anymore. It hasn't been for a while, and that means I also cannot really cope with hangovers the way I used to. So there's two things I make sure I always do after drinking. The first one, I mean, I used to do in student aesthetics days as well, is get your quark in, all right? This is a non-negotiable, so even if you drink, you party, when you come home, don't indulge in the, you know, the Sour Patch Kids. I mean, you can have a few, it's fine. But first, eat that quark, okay? Proteínas. Get those proteínas. See, and then also electrolytes, all right? Now, I'm big on electrolytes, especially lately. I kind of got into them because I started running more, but I realized they're also really good for after drinking alcohol, because alcohol really dehydrates you. And this hydrates you. So I drink this right now before bed, and then I'll have electrolytes again in the morning. Trust me, these things will be a game changer. Now, tomorrow, we're gonna have another day where we're gonna do cool stuff, so see you guys then. And there was a big plan today to like do a run in the morning and a gym session in the afternoon 2 hours later. But guys, I was sleeping, okay? I needed it. And so we're now just getting ready for the, I want to say the night. It's kind of started the afternoon. Took us a while to get ready, but here we are. So these are the outfits. Wearing these shoes, which I don't often wear, but I think they're actually pretty nice.
Nice.
So yeah,
Let's go.
let's head out. It's gonna be good. I didn't include a gym session at all now in this particular video, so I'm kind of wondering, like, do you guys mind? Because that's kind of like, for me, it feels like there's something missing in the video, because I always do that. And so take 1 minute, if you can, to put a comment on this video and let me know if you do mind or not, and what kind of content you like the most, you know, would you like to see. There he is.
Look at this.
You already got you got one more open.
Yeah.
He's already been here for a little
Yeah,
longer.
like now that you're here, let's do one more. Let's do one more, bro. Good to see
Yo,
you.
how was the weekend been so
Just
far?
let me hang.
How's it been so far?
I'm not exaggerating. It's been the best one yet. I think you agree. Everything has gone so smoothly. Like usually, like a few mistakes happen. Not this time, and I'm so happy. I'm so relieved. We just did like the final toast, and now I'm like,
Shit, man. Final toast. I wasn't there.
that's it, man. It was like 2 hours ago.
There are still drinks though, yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah, of
Oh,
course,
okay,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
good.
yeah,
We're good. All right, Rob, we got your drink. Cheers, my man. What are we having?
It tastes better when you put in the work. We're having
Margarita.
We're having a margarita.
Nice one. Moscow Mule. I've been loving this lately. And then she has a.
Virgin mojito.
A virgin mojito.
I just got asked this guy like, I'm like, virgin? I only said virgin. I didn't know what the name was of the drink.
It's cold, right? Or is it weird? No.
No, it probably is. I just forgot to add the second word to it. I'm like, a virgin?
Can I order a virgin?
Can I order a virgin? You cannot, sir. Beautiful place here, guys. Sun is about to set. You get the palm trees in the back.
Blue skies, blue ocean. It's really nice.
I was just thinking about what I said yesterday about, you know, not always believing in myself enough, and that we both struggle with like imposter syndrome, because that's basically what it is. And it's like, in a way, it's a good thing, and a lot of high performers have this. I think most, because it means you set the bar really high, you compare yourself with an ideal version that you want to strive for, and you really care about quality. And I think that's something as well. But that might really lead to you being this perfectionist.
Yeah, I think it can be a good thing if you're aware that this is happening to you and you're using it to your advantage. If you're not even aware that those negative thoughts that you're having are actually imposter syndrome and your negative thoughts are not the truth, they are just your thoughts, then they can really also have a negative effect on you. So that would be the first step, like realize that this might be imposter syndrome and my thoughts are not the truth, so it impacts you negatively. And I think we talked about it yesterday as well, like you have to like make the successes bigger, like repeat them to yourself, like I did this thing and it worked and it was good, and like repeat them to others, talk about how they felt, but also talk about like that it felt good for yourself. So
try to also find like objective evidence that you've actually done stuff, right? So
what would objective evidence, what could that be?
Well, me for example, I'm like, yeah, am I a good writer? Well, I literally have a best-selling book, you know. Does that make me the best writer? Well, maybe it makes me a good marketeer. But see, I'm already coming up with like other. See all these other things. Here I go again. I do that directly. I have all these awards now that do mean something, but then I'll still forget that I have done all those things, and you know I have to remind myself of that fact constantly. So write down what have I actually done. Right,
and maybe also differentiate between, you don't have to be the best writer, you are a good writer. People bought your books, they learn things from it, and that's enough. And you don't need to be the best one, because there's like
you don't have to see if like is it
on the planet.
Is it
You'll
the best,
never be the best one of everyone.
Yeah, it's not. Is it the best thing that there's ever been built in existence, but the best thing that you have built so far, or the people you have helped and their stories. If you're a coach, for example. You know, or just in your regular life, or when you have pushed through even though there were setbacks, and those are the moments that really matter, and those are the ones that you often forget. And maybe reframe it as what you said in the beginning as well, like that it's not really the truth, it is feedback. So your brain is saying like I don't belong in this place, you know. When I go do a speech, for example, it's like maybe I don't belong here, or maybe, you know, it wasn't good enough, but you gotta like tell yourself, your mind, like I'm in this stretch zone, because that's what it is. If you're trying to get out of your comfort zone, there is this phase out of the comfort zone. It is a stretch zone. If you go too far out of it, it actually becomes destructive. But if you go slightly out of your comfort zone, that is a stretch zone, and you gotta understand that those thoughts will always be there. So I think a lot of people will relate with this imposter syndrome in your life, whether you're an entrepreneur or not. We all have it in a sense.
I love that stretch zone. I never thought about it.
Yeah.
Like it's a gray area. Like it's not black and white. It's not like either you're in your comfort zone or you're outside it.
No,
like, I like that idea of a stretch zone where that's where you like learn and develop and grow.
That's good. And then my final take on this is to switch from like expert mode and go into more of a contribution mode. Because one thing that I think a lot of people do is they put themselves in this position. For example, if you do this talk, that you are the expert and that you know everything, because that's what an expert does. So that's what people think. But I don't believe that to be the reality. And I think in that sense, I'm a really good coach, and I like an honest coach who also realizes that if someone asks a question that I don't know the answer to, that is possible, because there is so many different cases, so many different things, right? And some people try to always act like they know everything about everything, and that they have to do that because they want to position themselves as the expert, but rather look at like, what can I contribute to this person, or in this presentation I'm doing, or whatever it is in your life, where you can make a contribution, or we're creating content, document your journey. It's what I've done on this YouTube channel since the beginning. I wasn't the best, bodybuilder or fitness guy when I started, when I was, 19 years old. But I did have a story, and I showed you guys my progress and the way that I was approaching it, which was unique. And I didn't have the best physique, but you guys saw the growth in my physique and saw the actual real life results, rather than just the talk about being an expert and telling you guys this is what you need to do. And because it's not all that black and white. And when you think about like, what can I contribute here, I think that's how you keep the ego quiet, and then you can really deliver the value that you want to deliver. And that helps with the imposter syndrome, because if you just act from a pure place of wanting to share realness and love and actual experience, actual things you've done. Like me yesterday, I had zero preparation, nothing prepared, and then I can do the speech without a problem.
Because you're talking about yourself and you're talking from your heart. And
yeah, and I'm talking about the stuff that I've actually done. You know, I'm not coming up with it or going on ChatGPT and asking like, hey, what should I tell?
It's actually something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's real.
So yeah, I was a speaker there yesterday, but I learned a lot myself there as well. And there's always something to learn from different people, from different experiences. So I'm grateful for that, and I always keep my eyes and ears open. So it's been an awesome weekend. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to subscribe and put on the post notifications, because a lot of people are missing the videos, you know, not seeing them in your algorithm anymore. So that will be a big help, and I'll catch you in the next one. Much love, guys.